So can you all see the screen, green screen?
Yes, sir.
Reason and experience, right? So we have been talking about rationalism and empiricism, and if you see now I have substituted the terms. So rationalism means knowledge through reason in very simple terms. Empiricism means knowledge through experience. Okay, so today we'll have some concluding remarks, and then I'll just give you an overview of how to write your term papers and suggest you some books also which can help you in writing this paper. Okay, and then at last we can take some questions also, right? So topic, as you know, I have already given you, and right. So earlier the topic which I had given you is or was something like this: rationalism and empiricism, compare and contrast. Okay, so based on what we did in the previous sessions, you can a bit modify also your title. Okay, so these are some of the alternatives which I am suggesting you. You can frame your title in some similar sort of way. Okay, so this was previously given. Okay, but as you all know, we could not delve deep into the comparison part, like in rationalism and in empiricism, the actual philosophers we could not do in great length. Okay, so comparison becomes a bit difficult. Okay, so keeping our sessions and what we could do, because of the paucity of time, you can probably opt for these topics also. Okay, so something like this, like reason and experience, beginnings and importance. Okay, this one also you can choose. Next one also you can choose: rationalism and empiricism, importance in modern European philosophy. Okay, this one is also another alternative. And rationalism and empiricism, foundations and importance in modern European philosophy. Okay, so as per your convenience and as per your understanding, you can modify your topic or title and then proceed on. Is that fine, all of you? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
तो ये वाला ठीक रहेगा ना, this portion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the easy thing is that now whatever we have done in the sessions, that only you can write about. Okay.
Sir, I was not able to join the previous classes. The link the YouTube link which you gave in the group.
Hmm.
If I listen that lecture, would that be enough?
That would be enough. Okay. Okay, go
Okay.
through that and then go through your readings also. Okay, read the books also, of course, and then you know for sure you can write the paper. Okay, and today also I'm
Okay,
going
sir.
to give you something much more important. Okay, so here is something which I have simplified for you all. So I'm just giving you the headings. Okay, so it's a sample. Okay, so brief, how do you structure your paper? I have just given you a sample. You can come up with your own creativity also, but try to follow such kind of pattern. Okay, something similar has to be there, right? So I'm just giving you an example how to do it. Okay, so first of all, you choose a title, suitable title, your name and designation. These are very important because sometimes you send your paper and do not write your names and proper roll number, all those things, then it becomes difficult for us to figure it out. Okay, so your name and designation is also important. Then you have to write something about the introduction. Okay, and if you were following in the previous sessions the trail of ideas, then you can begin with the importance or relationship between philosophy and history. Okay, Remember that, how they're important. And then you can trace the journey of ideas very shortly from, not from Renaissance, but from antiquity. Okay, it's a mistake. Antiquity. Okay, so Plato से लेकर modernity तक how the things are developing, that also you can mention. Okay, then you can write about the conditions or status of knowledge as it were there in the medieval period. Okay, like how it was, the way we call it dark. Okay, dark age. Okay, then in the light of those principles, okay, principles or conditions of knowledge, you can describe what happened in the modern period. Okay, so modern principles
Please, sir,
of,
few words.
sorry,
Please, sir, few words using speech.
okay, I can't hear you properly.
Not a problem in English language, few words using the other language.
Okay, we can discuss it later. Let me continue. Others, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So whatever conditions of knowledge were there in the medieval period, you can compare that with what happened in the modern period. Okay, so modern period, principles of knowledge, or principles of knowledge in modern period. Okay, so these are important constituent parts, like starting to doubt, okay, questioning attitude, okay, ignoramus we have talked about, that we do not know anything, we begin with that premise. Okay, right, break from dogmatism, okay, not to be dogmatic, okay, that all the things are written in a particular text or were absolutely verified by some philosopher or anybody. Okay, so avoid being dogmatist or purist, a sort of iconoclasm, okay, when you start breaking the traditions. And then the rediscovery of reason and empiricism. Okay, now why do I call rediscovery? Because they were already discovered in the Greek period. Okay, so the Renaissance is also known as partly as the revival of classical thought. Okay, so that is why rediscovery of reason and empiricism. Okay, then finally you can come to the philosophical foundations, like whatever modern principles of knowledge are emerging, how they were impeded by the philosophy of that time. Okay, so we have two important figures, in fact the forefathers of rationalism and empiricism. So Bacon from Britain is heralding this discipline of empiricism. Okay, like we have to observe the things and then come to inventions and discoveries. And then Descartes, who is championing the cause of rationalism, that we have to use our reason, logic, all those things to arrive at truth. Okay, just hold on for a minute. Okay, then finally based on that you can give your conclusion, okay, or a kind of evaluation or critical evaluation, and in this part you can give your opinions also. Okay, so first, all this something like textual academic things, and then whatever you feel about it, whatever your opinions are there, briefly you can put that also. Okay, along with certain arguments if there are any. Okay, and then at last you have to write something about bibliography. In the next slide we are going to talk about bibliography, but somebody, I think, is having some problem, then please ask so far if you want to ask anything.
Sir, my question was, Sir Bacon was the father of materialism, no? He started questioning the things on the basis of materialism, and Descartes was like father of idealism.
Idealism,
If I'm not
yeah. So empiricism will
so
also
how
things,
idealism be that rationalism, like idealism is totally different from rationalism.
no, it's not
Like,
different. Okay, it's not different.
uh,
Now, why do you say they are different?
because idealism has nothing to do with reasoning and something like in idealism they think there's a idea is primary and from that idea all the material world has existed and that's why
Okay, so idealism, as you are saying, that something which is called idea is primary. Okay, and
yes
if
sir.
and we have done it, or we had done it in our you know previous classes, in fact in the university
Oh,
itself, that idea is something like a concept. Okay, okay,
yes
and
sir.
then idea is something mental. Okay, then
Yes sir.
idea, how do we know about ideas? It's with the power of reason only. Okay, so you can
Okay.
say rationalism, idealism go hand in hand. Remember, Plato was
Okay.
a rationalist also. Okay, and an idealist also. Okay, try to
Okay
understand
sir.
these things. Okay, because ideas are the ideas को जानेंगे कैसे? दिमाग से ही तो जानेंगे ना, with reason.
अपन आइडिया को जानने के लिए दिमाग का होना भी जरूरी है मतलब जब तक मटेरियल वर्ल्ड नहीं रहेगा तब तक
हाँ
आइडिया कैसे आएंगे
हाँ, तो वो
मतलब
माइंड
उसके
है ना,
जानने का
जो माइंड या मेंटल पावर है, with the help of that you are coming to know the ideas or concepts. Okay, वो क्रिएशन की बात नहीं करेंगे कि इन द बिगनिंग कौन पहले आया. ओके, आइडिया पहले आया, उसके बाद उससे मैटर निकला. मे बी यू आर रेफरिंग टू
ओके
क्रिएशन, but the simple principle or point which I want to make, that rationalism, idealism, they are, or they overlap. Okay,
ओके
like
सर
Plato is clearly saying that how do we get to know about the ideas? The chief source is reason. Okay, and what he is saying, that what not he is recommending, like with the experience you cannot know ideas, है ना? So the door
यस
of experience, or they are shut for the knowledge of ideas, but with the help of reason, with the help of your mind, with the help of your intellectual faculty, you can know about great ideas or immortal concepts. Okay, so they are similar.
ओके
Okay, थोड़ा और पढ़ लीजिए, it will be clear. And on the other hand, empiricism is, it has something to do with materialism, of course. Okay, because it begins from other side, वो बाहर से अंदर की ओर आता है. Okay, so primary thing is experience, then we have rational operation. Okay, something like
यस
that. Okay, anyone else? What's your name?
माय नेम इज केशव सर केशव आनंद
Keshav, good. Okay, okay, others, any questions? Then we move ahead. Okay, have you got this structure? In fact, it's a sample. You can rely on this one also, or you can create something similar. Okay, out of your reason, right?
यस सर
Okay, now the last part was bibliography. Okay, now you guys are in the university now, and many of you will be going for research career also, and in your future course of study also you will have to write so many papers. Okay, so in all the papers this concept of bibliography is important. Okay, maybe so far during your school and college days you haven't, or you don't have this habit of writing the bibliography. Okay, you simply write, even in your offline examinations which you give in the classrooms, There also you don't write bibliography. Okay, but keep in mind that as you go higher in the academics, bibliography becomes important. Okay, now why? Because there are two or three main reasons. Let me summarize them briefly. Okay, so one point is that, see, your readers are there, they want to know the sources from which you have studied or the sources from which you are writing your paper. Okay, so they want to know about it first, to check the level or depth of your paper itself. Okay, right? And then second, to if they have any, if they want more knowledge about that, then they should be given some, full list of materials also. So it serves dual purpose, source management. Okay, right? And apart from that, inside your papers, sometimes you write footnotes also. Okay, footnotes, and sometimes you write quotations also. Okay, so what happens whenever you are writing any footnotes or any quotations in your paper, then the full reference has to be given. Okay, like reference means you have to cite the source, from which source you are copying or writing the quotations or text. You have to mention it there. Okay, like in your offline examination sheets, you don't mention it usually. Okay, you simply go on writing, but the thing in paper is something different, because you know people want to know who is saying what. Okay, now who is saying what means, see, any paper you write, there will be a portion which you are saying, and there will be a portion which is simply a collection of the things already available. Okay, and if you mix them, then your reader will have no understanding or no clue what your opinion is. Okay, so what we do in order to avoid plagiarism, this is called. Okay, in order to avoid plagiarism, you have to mention the sources. Okay, if you're directly quoting somebody or copying something, then you must mention the source. And then once you mention the source appropriately, whatever is left out, that is considered to be your contribution. You get it now? So for that purpose also, inside the text, you write quotations, you mention the sources, and at the end, when bibliography is mentioned, or in the bibliography, you give the full details of the sources. Okay, like inside, if you mention any quotation and you just write that it's coming from Plato, let's say Plato and his book Republic. Okay, तो अंदर एक शॉर्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं और लास्ट में उस बुक का फुल डिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं इन योर बिब्लियोग्राफी. Okay, and it serves these multiple purposes, like what is the source. Okay, where can your reader go for extensive study if he or she wants to. Okay, what you are saying and what is already said, so to distinguish between those boundaries, we use bibliography and citations, all those things. Okay, so these things might be new for you, but try to learn it. Okay, so it's not absolutely required that you follow all the rules properly, but at least you must be aware of the concept and try to do it. Okay, so that is why bibliography is important, right? And then we follow a certain pattern. Now why pattern is there? Because you see, sometimes sources can be there and there might be various versions of those sources. Okay, for example, any book is there, it can come in so many versions. Okay, suppose you are mentioning any quote which is on page number 20 of a particular book of a particular edition, let's say first edition. Okay, but the page number might change in different other editions also. Okay, so to avoid these kind of complications, we give the full format, okay, or full details about our sources. Okay, so that is idea number one, that it has to be fully furnished with ideas. Okay, all the aspects of a book or a source has to be mentioned. Okay, and then another thing is, apart from fullness, there's a particular order or there's a particular pattern in which you mention the names of the books और sources. ओके, ऐसे नहीं है कि बस जैसा मन हुआ वैसे लिख देंगे आगे पीछे. ओके, एक प्रॉपर पैटर्न बनाया गया है, और एक नहीं है, बहुत सारे पैटर्न्स होते हैं. ओके, तो इसके फॉर्मेट्स होते हैं, जैसे एपीए फॉर्मेट होता है, एमएलए फॉर्मेट होता है. इसमें डिज़ाइनिंग अलग अलग होती हैं, लेकिन पॉइंट ये होता है कि सब कुछ फुल डिटेल में होता है. एंड दी something it goes like this. I have just given you a picture. So ये APA स्टाइल में लिखा हुआ है. So ऑथर्स का नेम पहले है. ओके, ऑथर्स के नेम में भी जो लास्ट नेम है दैट इज पहले. ओके, then the surname is there, or surname is there before, then the main name is there, so something like this. Then the year is mentioned, then the title is mentioned, and that too in italics, and then edition, and then the publisher. So those kind of technical details are there which you must learn. Okay, right? And finally the main point is that you have to maintain the uniformity, whatever pattern you follow. Okay, like you can shuffle these details also, आगे पीछे भी कर सकते हैं इसको, लेकिन कोई भी पैटर्न फॉलो करेंगे तो पूरे सोर्स में या पूरे टेक्स्ट में वही पैटर्न रहेगा. ओके, थिंग्स शुड नॉट चेंज. एक रूल अगर आपने पकड़ लिया है तो वही रूल रखेंगे हमेशा. ओके, दैट ओनली हैज टू बी केप्ट इन माइंड. यू हैव टू मेंटेन द यूनिफॉर्मिटी ऑफ पैटर्न. Okay, so try to write a bibliography as neatly as possible, as academically as possible. Okay, it's not absolutely mandatory, but at least try it. Okay, and try to learn it. It's very useful for your research career, okay, or for your academic career. And it nevertheless it's going to help you in reading also so many things. So you come across any book, how to understand these portions. Okay, so these are technical details. Okay, so two things are there, stylistics and language. We have already talked about stylistics. Okay, so this part, whatever you are writing, it has to be structured. Okay, proper introduction has to be there. You can give this kind of headings also, or you can simply club these headings into 2 or 3 parts. Okay, but despite all these things, some kind of structure has to be there. Your writing or your paper should not be haphazard. Okay, along with the introduction, what you're going to do, how you're going to do, things should be mentioned. So stylistics is very important. Okay, please mute yourself. I can hear the audio of some people. Okay, I'm back to the screen. Can you all see it once again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I was talking about stylistics. So some structure has to be there, some pattern has to be there. Okay, it should be arranged neatly. It should not be haphazard. Okay, so try to make it stylistically elegant. And then apart from that, language has to be also perfect. Okay, and since you all are the students of language, so I don't think that I need to emphasize this point, how important language is. Okay, how it can create wonders, and how it can destroy your career also. So in a nutshell, it shapes your entire destiny. So you have to be absolutely flawless with language. Okay, or at least try to be. Okay, so try to refine your language as far as possible. So what I mean by that, grammar, spelling. Okay, so do not make those minor mistakes of grammar. Okay, subject verb agreement or noun pronoun agreement, all those things. Okay, case, number, gender, all those things keep in mind. And diction also. Okay, so what is diction? Is the choice of words. Okay, because when you are writing things on your own and when you have enough time, then diction becomes important, because to convey one idea you have ample time to think about. So what words you choose among the options available, that also determines the quality of your paper or assignment. Okay, and another thing, keep in mind that try to be brief. Okay, try to be precise and try to be as concise as possible, because this is the age of brevity. Okay, as the the famous saying goes, brevity is the soul of writing. So try to be, if option is there that so many ideas can be conveyed in one or few words, try to be concise. Okay, as far as possible. So therefore we have given some kind of word limits also. So some maybe around 1000 to 1500 word limit is there. Okay, so try to be precise, as precise as possible, because this is the age of brevity. Okay, so you see now how this is not the age of Facebook, now it is the age of Twitter, people say. Okay, तो कम लिखना है, और we have to write less but we have to say more. So write less, say more. ओके, तो ज़्यादा लिखना आजकल, बहुत ज़्यादा लिखना अच्छा नहीं माना जाता है. ओके, टू द पॉइंट, प्रिसाइज थिंग्स. ओके, राइट. So these are some suggestions, and two more slides we have to discuss, which contain the recommendations or books, recommendations regarding books and some other materials. And before we proceed to that, if you have any question, then please ask. Okay, are you following, all of you? Is it helpful, all these things?
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके, सो पूछिए अगर कोई कोई बात हो इसमें तो. ओके, विष्णु
Sir, can you tell about bibliography like quickly?
bibliography, what are the things you could not understand, like which portion?
Sir, sir, the thing you were telling about if we are writing from Plato's book, The Republic, then what was about the distinction?
हाँ, अच्छा ठीक है. देखिए, one thing is there, like inside your running text. Okay, suppose you mention any quotation from Plato's Republic. Okay, his book. Let's say you say that man is a rational animal. You mention this quotation. So inside the text, what you will do, suppose you write here, this is the portion you have written, then inside the text you can simply give the footnotes, like यहाँ वन लिख के नीचे साइड लिख सकते हैं कि प्लेटो रिपब्लिक. ओके, something like this, Plato Republic and page number, that's it. So short details or less details are given inside the text. Okay, तो यहाँ पर inside the text in the footnotes you will give some short details, लेकिन इसी चीज की full detail bibliography में होती है. ओके, अगर हमें एक्चुअल बुक देखना है, ये वाली आपने कौन सा एडिशन लिया था, कौन से पब्लिशर से लिया था, ऑल दोस थिंग्स, फुल डिटेल्स आर गिवन देयर एट द एंड इन बिब्लियोग्राफी. ओके, सो अंदर एक हल्की डिटेल दे दी जाती है इवन इससे भी हल्की डिटेल दे सकते हैं, जैसे कि सिर्फ रिपब्लिक लिख दीजिए तब भी चल जाएगा। ठीक है, डिफरेंट स्टाइल्स आर देयर, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल। सिर्फ रिपब्लिक लिख दिया टेक्स्ट का नाम तब भी चलेगा, लेकिन लास्ट में यू हैव टू गिव द फुल डिटेल्स, ओके, इन द बिब्लियोग्राफी। इज दैट क्लियर, दैट पार्ट?
Yes, sir, but this short description, where should we write it? I mean, at the end of the page, or
नहीं, एक दो ऑप्शन होते हैं देखिए इसमें। लेट मी फाइंड सम ब्लैंक पेज। ओके, देखिए two options are there. One thing is footnotes, okay, one thing is end notes. You can choose either of these. So in footnotes what happen, like see, this is your paper, okay, you writing like this, like, okay, suppose here you write some quotation from Plato. So what you do here, you write here one, okay, and here you draw a line, and here once again you write one, and you simply mention the source briefly, okay, like this, Republic, that's it. Then once again you go and write so many things, and then once again another quotation, maybe of 3 lines. तो इसका भी source, let's say it's from another book, okay, so like principles बुक से, तो प्रिंसिपल्स लिख दिया हमने, पेज नंबर भी लिख सकते हैं। सो दिस पैटर्न इज कॉल्ड फुटनोट, numbered footnotes, okay, you must have seen this in different books. Now what you can do, you can skip this part, you go on writing your things, you go on numbering it, you write some more quotations, you number it, and then at the end of your paper you write all the footnotes all together as end notes. So in end notes you will write 1 2 3 4 5, all the things there, okay. So this pattern is also there, and this the first one whatever we talked about, it's available there in your MS Word. So wherever you have to insert a footnote, just press Alt plus F, ओके, कुछ भी लिखेंगे उसके आगे Alt F दबाएंगे तो ये पैटर्न जो है ये आपको ड्रॉ नहीं करना पड़ता है, ऑटोमेटिकली वो बना देता है, ओके. सो ट्राई इट एट लीस्ट, ओके. इज दैट क्लियर शिल्पा?
yes, sir.
तो ये एक पैटर्न है, ये आपने बुक्स में भी देखा होगा, एंड यू कैन ट्राई इट फॉर योर ओन राइटिंग्स आल्सो. इट मेक्स योर राइटिंग एलिगेंट एंड प्रिसाइज एंड मोर एकेडमिक, ओके. सो ट्राई टू डू दिस फर्स्ट वन, फुटनोट्स के साथ करिए, ओके. एनीथिंग एल्स?
Okay.
Other people?
No, sir.
All clear then?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me just give you some sources also, or books. See, there are some academic books like the one which I have shared with you in the classroom and on the WhatsApp group. So regarding Greek philosophy, you can begin with this, W.T. Stace, his A Critical Study or History of Greek Philosophy, okay. And regarding modern philosophy, you can go with W.K. Wright's History of Modern Philosophy. And there is another book which is from the author T.Z. Levine, and she has written this book, Socrates to Sartre, okay. So you can download all these books, get access to it from somewhere, okay. Most of them are available online, okay, and you can go and read the relevant portions only, okay. जहाँ से भी समझ में आए, जो भी relevant portion हो आपका, बहुत बड़ी books हैं, relevant portions देखेंगे, right. So these are some of the academic books. Apart from that, for general interest and for a delightful reading also, if you are passionate reader, you want to read something, if the discipline strikes you, then you can go for these, you know, books which are there on philosophy and on history also. So these two books I would recommend: The Dream of Reason and The Dream of Enlightenment. Both are written by Anthony Gottlieb. In fact, here it should be double T. So correct this: Anthony Gottlieb, The Dream of Reason and The Dream of Enlightenment. And these two books are very easy to read. Okay, just for a casual reading, and everything is quite lucid also, and written in a very plain, simple and attractive way. Okay, so you might find these books interesting: Dream of Reason, The Dream of Enlightenment. Another good book is The Passion of the Western Mind. Okay, so this book also, if you somehow get it, try to read it. रिचार्ड टार्नस की है. ओके, ये भी अच्छी बुक है. एक और फेमस बुक है द स्टोरी ऑफ फिलोसफी बाय विल ड्यूरेंट. ये भी आपको हर जगह मिल जाएगी. और एक और है हिस्ट्री ऑफ फिलोसफी से लेकर है, विच इज इनफैक्ट अ नॉवेल. ओके, तो ये नॉवेल फॉर्म में है. ओके, सो जस्ट टू मेक थिंग्स इजी, just to digest these heavy ideas in the form of a story. So this is called Sophie's World and written by Jostein Gaarder. And इस पुस्तक की एक हिंदी में भी अवेलेबल है, सोफी का संसार, same novel. In fact, that was translated in Hindi by one of the late professors from JNU itself, okay, from Center for Philosophy. So you can find these ones also if you want, or if you are fond of reading novels. Okay.
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर आप इन सभी बुक्स की लिंक हमें
हाँ, I will try. Okay, I will try. Right. एक और बुक है जिसको आपने देखा होगा, सेपियंस के नाम से आती है. Have you come across this book? A Brief History of Humankind, Sapiens. Okay, so it's about history, but you know, I would recommend all of you to read this book, because unlike the boring books or textbook of history, this book is written in a fascinating way. Okay, it's very provocative, and it's just like simply a story, and it's just like novel, and it keeps you awake, and it's very fascinating. All those details are there. Okay, give it a try. थोड़ा सा मोटी बुक है लेकिन अच्छी बुक है. Okay, as you all know, हरारी की बुक है, a history of brief history of humankind. Maybe if you have lost your interest in history, then this book, I'm sure, will rekindle that spirit of studying history. Okay. Okay, another book is there which has even, you know, just it was published a year ago and it became a great sensation: The Darkening Age. Okay, the Christian destruction of classical world. In fact, author का नाम नहीं लिखा है यहाँ पर, कैथरीन निक्सी करके हैं एक. So if you are interested to know like how classical world and its philosophy was destroyed with the advent of Christianity. Okay, तो क्रिश्चियंस ने कैसे क्लासिकल वर्ल्ड, उनकी फिलोसफी और पॉलीथेइस्टिक पैगन रिलीजन्स को कैसे डिस्ट्रॉय करके हाउ इट एस्टेब्लिश्ड एंड हाउ क्रिश्चियनिटी ruthlessly, you know, curbed or raised all those classical pillars of wisdom. Okay, so this book has become quite provocative and iconoclastic also. So if you are interested in that part of history, you can read this one also. Okay, so how Christianity in the beginning or in its early phase destroyed the previous structures to establish herself. Okay, so the darkening age, the Christian destruction of the classical world. Okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
And in fact, Catherine Nixie or these two people, Anthony Gottlieb, they were or they are journalists. Okay, तो एक जर्नलिस्ट के जैसे बहुत ही इंटरेक्टिव वे में थिंग्स आर रिटन देयर. ओके, so try to find out these ones, the dream of reason and the darkening age, and of course sapiens also. Okay, so they are more than enough for writing your paper. For I have mentioned these books for general interest, and maybe in your lockdown when you have a lot of time you can read these books, and apart from that these academic books will suffice your purpose for writing the paper. And of course there are encyclopedias available on Google. You can take the help of those sources also, and you can take the help of our previous sessions also. Okay, and eventually finally you have to write just a short paper, so I don't think that's going to be a difficult task for you. Okay,
Another question.
okay, so all these books from different genres and different fields. And finally I have talked about refining your writings also. So one author is there, Adrian Wallwork. Okay, he has written many books on English for students in universities. Okay, so like English for research, English for writing papers. So no matter whatever you are studying, read these books. Okay, because whatever you are studying, whatever you plan to do in future, ultimately you will have to do it in English and you will have to write so many things. So these books are going to tremendously help you. ओके, सो एड्रियन वॉलवर्क के टेक्स्ट को बुक्स को देख लीजिएगा. ओके, और एक बहुत अच्छी बुक है एलिमेंट्स ऑफ स्टाइल. ये बहुत छोटी बुक है, मे बी जस्ट 90 पेजेस आर देयर, जस्ट अ पॉकेट बुक. Okay, and some 50 or 150 to 100 rules are there, which all the English writers who want to write in a stylistic way, they must master those rules. So elements of style भी कहीं से ले लीजिए और एड्रियन वॉलवर्क की भी ले लीजिए. Okay, and one final last point, okay, not the least, one thing is there, ग्रामरली. ओके, एक ग्रामरली एप्लीकेशन आता है, इसका यूज़ तो डेफिनेटली सभी को करना चाहिए. ओके, तो MS वर्ड पे ग्रामरली का एड ऑन भी आता है, उसको इंस्टॉल कर लीजिए. तो आधी से ज़्यादा मदद तो आपकी इंग्लिश राइटिंग में ग्रामरली ही कर देगा. ओके, तो इसको भी कर लीजिए, फ्री सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लीजिए या पेड वाला ले लीजिए, जो भी आपकी कैपेसिटी में हो. एंड इनफैक्ट we are all students from JNU, so we get a free subscription, paid wala, we get the key also, okay, for Grammarly. So this also you can get, but I don't know how this is possible during these times. Okay, but whenever the university is open, you must ask for this password or a kind of your personal subscription. Okay, so they provide us as the library facility. Okay, so
Hello.
these were the only things I wanted to share with you, and now once again it's up to you, open for discussion for 10-15 more minutes and then we will wrap up. Okay, okay, anyone, any question, any suggestion, any comment?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Okay, kahiye.
Hello. Yes, sir. I have a question that if we write contents or facts from the book, like some historical incident has occurred, and then if we write the incident from that book, do we have also mentioned that thing in bibliography?
हाँ, एटलीस्ट देखिए, सीधा सा प्रिंसिपल है कि जितनी भी बुक्स आप टच कर रहे हो, रीड कर रहे हो while writing this paper, ओके, वो तो सारी की सारी बिब्लियोग्राफी में जाएंगी ही जाएंगी. Okay, so that has to be mentioned there. Okay, and there is no harm. देखिए, आपके रीडर को भी पता चलना चाहिए आपने कितनी बुक्स पढ़ी हैं. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it helps your reader to judge the depth of your paper. And apart from that, if you're directly mentioning or directly quoting something, okay, 5-6 लाइन लगातार लिख दे रहे हैं, तब तो definitely it's your duty, okay, it's imperative that you write the source. Otherwise you can skip also, but why would you like to skip when you have already seen a book and you want to show the people that you have read this book? Then why to skip that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay, anyone else? Shilpa?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Was it?
Yes, sir. It was very helpful.
Okay, so because this is very stressful time, so I thought these things would a little bit ease your task. Okay, and you have to write a very short paper. Try to do it given the due date. Okay, and
Yes, okay.
if you do it on time, then still we have 17 days left. And what I was thinking that you have to write one more paper, so in the upcoming 10 days, okay, till the end of this month, we can have 3 or 4 sessions on Indian epistemology also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So that will make your task pretty much easy.
Also, I have a request.
Mhm.
Can you please inform us a day before of about the class?
Okay, we will do it. See, generally what we will do, we will hold the sessions on alternate days. Okay, so tomorrow probably we are not going to have any session, but day after tomorrow we will definitely have it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, or if there is any change in the schedule, then I'll specifically mention it on the group. Okay, so let's fix it like this. Today's 20th live, right? So on 22nd
Yes.
we can have one, 24th we can have one, 26th we can have one, 28th, then 30th. I think 5 classes or 5 sessions are sufficient. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, there are 6 methods of knowledge described in Indian epistemology. Let me give you a very brief overview. Okay, 6 are given there. 2 are to be dealt individually. Okay, मतलब 2 बहुत important है, पहले 2. फिर जो बाकी 4 बचते हैं उनको एक क्लास में 2-2 करके कर सकते हैं.